Welcome to Country Garden Cuisine. I'm Chef Virginia Lopez, and this is our Cinco de Mayo cooking class. What we're going to do next is make our guacamole. I've cleaned the area up and we're ready to get started. Avocados, I think everybody might know how to cut open an avocado by now. I know when I first started teaching classes, people didn't even know what an avocado was. I'm going to turn our beans down. Let me cut this in half first. Work it around the large seed that is inside the avocado. See how I'm working that right around. And then I'm going to take the two halves and twist it. And then it comes right apart. If you just try to pull it apart, it's hard to do. So twist it and then pull it apart. Now to get the seed out, you can't grab it and start trying to pull it out. We're going to take it and just hit it right in the center and twist the seed. And then that comes right out. Take that off. I'm going to get a spoon and we're going to scoop this out. We're going to start to put it on this plate where I'm going to be mashing it up. I was at the store today and there were other people looking for avocados, and one of the things you want to make sure you do is you can squeeze the avocado. If it gives, it's ready, but if it really squishes, then it's probably spoiled and not, overripe. So you just want to be able to squeeze it and it has a little give to it, then you're going to know it's nice and soft. This is a beautiful avocado. Very nice. So you just take a spoon and scoop that out. There you go. I recommend using the avocado with the rough texture on the outside, not the real smooth, big, light green ones. These darker ones with the rough texture. They're the better ones. They're really creamy. So we're going to do a few avocados here. Let's try that again. Knife into the top here and just work it around, turning the avocado. And then turn it. Years ago, it was hard to find avocados that were ready for today's use. Now the stores are all carrying them soft. Most of the stores are anyhow. Two avocados. Now with cooking and things like avocados, it's all a matter of what you like with the guacamole, I mean to say. Do you like a lot of onions? Do you like a lot of tomatoes? It's certainly a personal thing, a preference. I have a big crew to feed today, so let's do 3. Around, twist it, open it up, and they are all beautiful. And turn that. Let's get this all cleaned out here. And that's ready. We're going to set that aside. I'm going to get an onion so we can chop up an onion. The onions are from the garden. You can do your onion however you want. I like to cut it in half. It makes it easier for me to peel the skin off if I'm not going to use the onion and have ring shapes. So we're just going to do a really small, this is a small onion, just half of a small onion, just very finely chopped. We're going to go ahead and cut across, a couple of cuts across for a small dice. And cut down. and then across again this way. And then that very end piece that we didn't get all the cuts in, I'm just going to take that and just cut that up. Just chop it up, a little bit of a rough chop. We have our onions ready. The next thing we're going to do is chop up the tomatoes. I'm using the Italian tomato because it's more meaty, and I like the more meaty tomato in the avocado. We're going to do a small dice. Just cut this up. And this doesn't have to be perfect. We're going to do a smaller chop here. You could dice it, a rough chop would be fine. I was talking to my grandson, and he loves to make this for his friends. And he said he likes it when everything's really chopped up. He doesn't like his avocado mashed up too much. And I thought that sounded like it would be a nice way to do it as well. Something very chopped up. My grandmother would always, after she made the guacamole, she always saved the seed to put right in the center. She told us that that kept it from turning brown. Now, I don't know if it's that or if it's the lemon and lime juice, whatever you prefer using, lemon or lime. We're going to use lime today. If it was the seed in there, but we put it in there. If she told us that's what kept it from turning brown, that's what we did. So it also, I think the one thing it does do is when you're serving it to your friends, certainly they know it's homemade and not something that they bought at the store. And when it's really chunky, it also looks very homemade. Okay, we have our ingredients together. Let's cut this open here. Cut the lime open so we're ready to squeeze that in. I'm going to chop this up a little bit, and then I'll get a large fork and mash it on a flat plate. That's the way I like to do it. Break down these chunks a little bit. Just mash this all up. You could see how easy it's mashing because these avocados were just perfect. They're not too mushy. They were nice, bright and green inside. And they mash up very easy. Okay, we have this mashed up. It's nice and chunky. You know we did it fresh. And now we're going to start adding tomato and onion. Squeeze some lime juice. And if you want to have this squeezed ahead of time, you can't make the avocado ahead of time because it will turn brown if you make it too far in advance. But you can have, if you have a little juicer, you can have this all squeezed already. A little pepper. You can use regular pepper as well, but if you have something to do fresh pepper, that's great. And a little salt. All to taste. There's not a specific, just put a little salt, taste it, and see what tastes best to you. Mix this all up. And it's really pretty easy. I was talking to a girl last week who said she had done her guacamole by squeezing orange. I haven't tried it yet, but it sounds like an interesting variation. Now, the one last thing we can put in here is cilantro if you like. Some people don't like cilantro, some people are allergic to it. So you might want to hold off and make sure your guests are okay with cilantro. I hope you enjoyed our cooking class today. And for these recipes and my other recipes, you can go to chefvirginialopez.com. I'm ready for a beer.